Can you be genuine? Can you be candid? Or do you constantly have to have a filter because social media is so rampant these days?
For me, you have to be genuine and you have to be authentic. That's the you I'm an athlete, but I'm a person, and I feel like, people will like you for who you are if you are true to yourself. And it also makes you, it's a privilege and it's a blessing also to have this sort of attention, because it makes you self-aware, and it really, since in some aspects you're put under a microscope, it really makes you look at yourself and be like, oh, I want to be a good person. And when people are looking up to you, that you want to be good for them. When people have worked for you, like the team around you, you want to be good for them also. So in the end, I feel like it's something that makes me like want to be just the best version of myself.
You played against Tenny in SEA Games and now here. And there's a lot of similarities for Thai players and Filipino players, especially with the body, the size. What advice do you want to give to younger players from Thailand and from the Philippines that want to reach your level?
I mean, yes, from the size, I don't think it's like problem for the small size, because like I'm gonna hear a lot of people say like small, you cannot be like serve not gonna be good, and then gonna be like, how to say, it's not easy with the play with the small size. But I think it's like you can change small size to be like faster, and then it's not gonna be problem. Just like trust in yourself, because like I'm very small so in the tournament, but I just like, okay, I love tennis, I want to enjoy, I want to reach up to my dream, and then I just like fight for it. Even I have like small size, just like fight every ball that I can, because I know that if the big side I have to like run like one step, I have to go like maybe 2 or 3 steps more than them. But yeah, just like keep going, and then don't think too much about the side. Everyone can do it, even if you be like small.
Want to look ahead a bit, to Abu Dhabi. Obviously, I think you're going to play there next. You've been given a wild card. Also given a wild card was announced was Janice Chen. You're both players sort of leading in Southeast Asia. Also, you had like 4 Southeast Asians in the Australian Open main draw. I mean, a couple of them are playing here. Just want to comment your comments on sort of being amongst those young group of players, and you're sort of, making new ground, if you like.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be, to be in that kind of group of girls who are really lifting up the sport in our region. I think the level is really there, as you can see, for young women in the main draw of Australia this year from Southeast Asia. I think it creates a really good atmosphere, and I think it can only do good things for the sport. Yeah.
So you played the Grand Slam main draw first time this year, right? Is there any other milestone that you want to achieve for 2026? Any other milestone, like goals?
First goal, this year I want to play, like, because I'm gonna use my special ranking. So my goal first, I don't want to get injury again, because I just came back from injury. My back. I just like my disease come on that time, and then I rest like 6 months, and then I use special ranking for come back to play. So my goal is just like use my special ranking for the big tournament to play, and then also like earn my ranking to be back like around top 150 again in this year. This is my goal.
Mananchaya, did you spend a couple of years at US college playing tennis there?
Yes, I've been there 1 year, and then I come back and I decide to play golf and pro.
Okay, so because quite a lot of players decide to go to university and change to pro. What was the role of that in your tennis development?
But I go because of the COVID, and then there was like no tournament there, and then in Thailand we cannot practice. and then also I decided to go college because I want to improve myself to be more like can stay alone, like can learn something more like in my life, and then I learned a lot from the college, like even in tennis and outside of tennis also. So it's like I think like it's improved my life a lot. Yes.
You have a very immersive game and you like to walk forward and end point. Is that best for tonight's strategy, or is that your overall strategy, and like who did you pattern your game style?
It's my size like that, and then sometimes I just like talk with my coach. Yes, today we're gonna have the game. I have to finish the point at the net 10 point in this set. So we just like have a bit like game about like this. So that's why I try to be, because I'm small. That's why I have to be like more fast at the net also, and then try to be aggressive. Yes.
Can you be genuine? Can you be candid? Or do you constantly have to have a filter because social media is so rampant these days?
For me, you have to be genuine and you have to be authentic. That's the you. I'm an athlete, but I'm a person, and I feel like people will like you for who you are if you are true to yourself. And it also makes you, it's a privilege and it's a blessing also to have this sort of attention, because it makes you self-aware, and it really, since in some aspects you're put under a microscope, it really makes you look at yourself and be like, oh, I want to be a good person. And when people are looking up to you, that you want to be good for them. When people have worked for you, like the team around you, you want to be good for them also. So in the end, I feel like it's something that makes me like want to be just the best version of myself.
You played against Tenny in SEA Games and now here. And there's a lot of similarities for Thai players and Filipino players, especially with the body, the size. What advice do you want to give to younger players from Thailand and from the Philippines that want to reach your level?
I mean, yes, from the size, I don't think it's a problem for the small size, because like I'm gonna hear a lot of people say like small, you cannot be like serve not gonna be good, and then gonna be like, how to say, it's not easy with the play with the small size. But I think it's like you can change small size to be like faster, and then it's not gonna be problem. Just like trust in yourself, because like I'm very small so in the tournament, but I just like, okay, I love tennis, I want to enjoy, I want to reach up to my dream, and then I just like fight for it. Even I have like small size, just like fight every ball that I can, because I know that if the big side have to like run like one step, I have to go like maybe 2 or 3 steps more than them. But yeah, just like keep going, and then don't think too much about the side. Everyone can do it, even if we like small.
Want to look ahead a bit, to Abu Dhabi. Obviously, I think you're going to play there next. You've been given the wild card. Also given a wild card, was announced, was Janice Chen. You're both players sort of leading in Southeast Asia. Also, you had like 4 Southeast Asians in the Australian Open main draw. I mean, a couple of them are playing here. Just want to comment your comments on sort of being amongst those young group of players, and you're sort of, making new ground, if you like.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be, to be in that kind of group of girls who are really lifting up the sport in our region. I think the level is really there, as you can see, for young women in the main draw of Australia this year from Southeast Asia. I think it creates a really good atmosphere, and I think it can only do good things for the sport. Yeah.
So you played the Grand Slam main draw first time this year, right? Is there any other milestone that you want to achieve for 2026? Any other milestone, like
First goal, This year I want to play, like, because I'm gonna use my special ranking. So my goal first, I don't want to get injury again because I just came back from injury. My back. I just like my disease come out on that time, and then I rest like 6 months, and then I use special ranking for come back to play. So my goal is just like use my special ranking for the big tournament to play, and then also like earn my ranking to be back like around top 150 again in this year. This is my goal.
Mananchaya, did you spend a couple years at US college playing tennis there?
Yes, I've been there 1 year, and then I come back and I decide to play gold and pro.
Okay, so because quite a lot of players decide to go to university and change to pro. What was the role of Matt in your tennis development?
But I go because of the COVID, and then there was like no more tournament there, and then in Thailand we cannot practice, and then also I decided to go college because I want to improve myself to be more like can stay alone, like can learn something more like mapping my life, and then I learned a lot from the college, like even in tennis and outside of tennis also. So it's like I think like it's improved my life a lot. Yes.
You have a very immersive game and you like to walk forward and end point. Is that best for tonight's strategy, or is that your overall strategy, and like who did you pattern your game style?
It's my size like that, and then sometimes I just like talk with my coach. Yes, today we're gonna have the game. I have to finish the point at the net 10 point in this set. So we just like have a bit like game about like this. So that's why I try to be, because I'm small. That's why I have to be like more fast at the net also, and then try to be aggressive. Yes.
Hello and welcome to Tennis Asia TV. You've joined me for this live watch along for the Wimbledon first round clash between Mananchaya Sawangkaew of Thailand and Maja Chwalinska of Poland. Of course, this is a match between two people in sort of a different point in their careers, but I mean, with Mananchaya, she is just playing her second slam main draw. And on the other side, you've got Maja Chwalinska, who has just come, obviously, from that huge run to the Roland Garros final. She finished runner-up there, but it was a tremendous run from qualification. She hasn't played any matches since then, choosing not to play any warm-ups before this. And she needed a wild card to get into the main draw because of that run from qualification through to the finals made her ranking go all the way up. She's now, 21 in the world? But the ranking entry lists for the tournaments are set, for the majors are set 6 weeks before. So her ranking originally wasn't high enough to get into the main draw, but she was given a wild card, I think deservedly. And yeah, it's an interesting battle, I think, because you've got Mananchaya from Thailand. She's come through qualification. So she's, she seemingly has, adapted to this surface. And I was very impressed. I managed to watch her final qualification match, at least a good chunk of it.
and she was actually down match point in that final qualification match, Mananchaya. And it was very impressive how she was able to dig it out. She played a very, very brave point at match point. I was kind of shocked actually how brave it was, and she took control there, was proactive, and won the point. And then from there, she stole that game back. She broke back and then stole the set 7-5. And then the final set was 6-1. And she actually got broken in the opening game of the final set, but then won 6 consecutive games to take the match. And amazing way for her to qualify for her first Wimbledon. And let's have a look at some of the results for her there. So there is Mananchaya Sawangkaew. This is her profile on the ITF website. You can see that she's had a great record this year. She's won 30 matches, lost 11, 73% win rate. Of course, a lot of those matches are pretty much all going to be at the lower level of ITFs and WTA 125s. But you can see there she's got 7 wins and 2 losses on grass. Her loss, one of those losses came to Alex Ayala in Birmingham in the quarterfinals, which of course Alex went on to win in that great final against Bartenkova. But you can see that she's had a good year here. Now, of course, on the other side, you have Maja Chwalinska. There she is. And you can see, obviously, that huge run here. I mean, look at all those matches she won at the French Open. I mean, a tremendous run there. Only one set dropped to Maria Sakkari along the way. And look at the names she beat. Zheng Qinwen, Elise Mertens, Chwalinska, Diana Schneider, losing to Maria Andreeva in the end. But what a run. And, and you can see before that, even she won a 1-2-5 there. Again, only dropping one set, coming through very comfortably in some of those matches there. So she's carrying a lot of confidence. There's no doubt she's got a tricky style of play. I would say, though, it's definitely clay courts seem to be her best surface. On the other hand, I think with Mananchaya, she tends to prefer the quicker surfaces. She's done very well on hard courts and, not had a whole lot of matches on grass, but, seemingly she, has done pretty well there. As I say, she's won 7, lost 2 this year. So, yeah, it's a surface that she seems to be doing pretty well on. And, it's going to be interesting because I think both players have, let's say, not a lot of power, but they are very tricky. I think, bit of a difference in game style. I mean, I think Maja, it tends to be a bit more defensive, but she's very tricky. She'll mix up the paces and throw in drop shots. And I think that that's going to be an interesting battle because Mananchaya, she's a little bit more aggressive, but as I say, not a lot of power. And she is very quick around the court, Mananchaya. She is very, very quick, actually. And I remember in that qualifying match, the final qualifying round, she raced to some balls and was really quick off the mark and then managed to drop, finish off with nice little drop volleys and such at the net. So it's going to be fun. This could be a fun one, I think. I think it'll be fairly, it's just going to be interesting to see how it goes. I think, perhaps a bit more pressure on Maja after that, run to the final. There's a bit more expectation on her shoulders here. She comes here seeded, at such a high ranking now, and 21 in the world, Maja, as you can see there. And, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, she's had a great year. Both players have had a great year. And, I think it could be a fun one. Both players, can make this very interesting in terms of the rallies. And just now, I see them now warming up on the court. So the weather conditions look pretty good there in London at Wimbledon. And, that's nice to hear because obviously, we've had some very hot weather. There's a chance perhaps that it might actually get quite hot again next week. But this week, the weather forecast looks pretty good. I think it's a maximum of 23 Celsius today. It looks dry and sunny. So I think that's pretty good actually for tennis. And yeah, it seems like this week it's not going to get up over 30 anyway. So it's, yeah, as long as it stays dry as well, that's great for Wimbledon, for London, because it, obviously isn't always the case. And someone's asking in the chat, when is it starting? It's going to be starting very soon, I would imagine. As I say, the players are warming up. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Mananchaya, actually, we should, Mananchaya's ranking, we can see it there. Unfortunately, no photo for her yet on the WTA website. I hope the WTA will get that changed. You can see a ranking there of 164. I think that's up to date, unless it's, yeah, so 164. I don't know, might have jumped a little bit, but she has actually been as high as 100 in the world, Mananchaya. So, she dropped down a bit in the rankings because she did get injured. You might have seen her talking about it in the little clip I was playing at the beginning. She had a problem with her back, the disc slipped, so she was out for around 6 months and had to come back use her special ranking, which is the ranking that you can use to enter tournaments, for a ranking that closer to what she had before she got injured. And since she has come back this year, it's been a very good year. Obviously, 30 wins and 11 losses. That's a great ratio. And yeah, similar to Chwalinska, but of course Chwalinska, has beaten a lot of good players in the slams there. So, she shouldn't have anything to fear. I mean, I get, as I say, that for Chwalinska, she has maybe a bit more pressure on her because of that expectation now. And I suppose for Mananchaya, she can kind of relax here. I mean, she's made her first Wimbledon, and, she's going to, probably try and enjoy the occasion. And let's see, though, because she's never, I mean, if Mananchaya was to win, you would say it'd have to be probably the biggest win of her career. I mean, she's won matches, I know, at WTA events. I think even a 1,000 event, but she didn't beat anyone so highly ranked. Of course, Maja Chwalinska is the 20th seed, ranked 21 in the world. We've got someone here saying they're rooting for Mananchaya today. Yeah, and I mean, it's not often we have players from Thailand in the main draw of a slam. And this time we have two of them, because we've also got Lanlana Tararudi, and she will be playing actually later against Lily Tagger, who's a talented young Austrian player, who many people into tennis are talking about as potential future star. We got to see them at the moment. We've got a British umpire here for this match, and the crowds are still filling up. It's on court 12, which is one of the, of course, not one of the main courts, but it is one of the bigger sort of show courts. So nice little court for them to play. And I think, it'd be nice for Mananchaya to experience this, because she won't have experienced much. I mean, the, biggest title she has won is a WTA 125 title. She won that this year in Mumbai, India. And she did play, though, one slam before already this year, which was at the Australian Open. And she opened against Emma Raducanu. And she actually went up a break early in that first set. And eventually Raducanu came back and won in straight sets. It was, fairly comfortable in the end. But she showed a bit of the glimpse. She gave us a glimpse of what she can do on the court there. And maybe that little experience of having played having played at the Australian Open will have helped her. And the players are about to start. And it is Chwalinska to serve. And she's using a lot of the slice there as well. Chwalinska earlier on. Also slices there from Mananchaya. Already quite a long rally there, but it ends in an error from Mananchaya with a backhand long. And second point here is an error there from Chwalinska. She goes for the drop shot, but it was into the net. And that's going to be an interesting one because as I say, Chwalinska likes to hit that drop shot, but Sawangkaew is very, very quick off the mark. So it's going to be interesting to see if she's able to get to those drop shots because she is very good at them, Chwalinska. Oh, and the backhand there just going long from Sawangkaew again. So 2 unforced errors on the backhand side from Sawangkaew. And of course, Chwalinska is not going to give Sawangkaew a lot of pace. So I do wonder if that might actually be work against Sawangkaew because, you know, I think she maybe likes a little bit of pace to work with. Obviously, some of the players that she has played in qualies, they have a bit more pace than Chwalinska. It's going to be a second serve here for Chwalinska. Oh, it was a good return there from Mananchaya. She races forward and she finishes with a lovely little drop volley there on the backhand side. And that was really nicely placed. And yeah, it started off with a good return there, but it's 30-all. Yeah, my stream's a little bit behind there. And that was not a particularly big serve, but the return goes into the net. So 40-30 and a game point for the Polish player. Oh, and that was a nice play there. But eventually it was Chwalinska who finishes off at the net. And she takes the first game. Okay, so an interesting little start there. It was Chwalinska who takes the first game. A few errors there, I would note it from on the backhand side of Sawangkaew. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, of course, that experience that Chwalinska has might benefit her, and she's obviously going to be carrying a lot of confidence. As I say, I think Sawangkaew's game is probably more directly suited for the grass, but Chwalinska, on the other hand, has been to the second round of Wimbledon before. She has won a match before at Wimbledon. Of course, this is the first time that Sawangkaew has been at Wimbledon. And she comes forward to the net, and that's a... Oh, she hasn't finished it yet. Is she going to finish it off now? Oh, dear. Well, good defense there from Chwalinska. I mean, I thought it looked like Sawangkaew was going to finish it off, but Chwalinska managed to hit back the lob, and it must have been maybe the sun in her eyes, but Sawangkaew hits her overhead into the net, and that's obviously not ideal from her point of view. And it's going to be a second serve now for Mananchaya. And it's a let. So second serve for the Thai player. Does land in, and it's chipped back by... That was nice play from Chwalinska. It is 30, or I should say love 30 on the Thai serve. Just chipping it back there and asking the question of the Thai player. But it was a simple serve from Sawangkaew, landed in, and it was just chipped back by Chwalinska, but into the net, 30-15. And an important point, perhaps, for the Thai player. 23. years of age. First serve lands chipped back in. Again, well placed there. She's very accurate. Oh, but then she was chipped back, sliced back, and she raced forward, but she puts her backhand into the net, Mananchaya. So this is not good. She's facing 2 break points early on here, the Thai player at 15:40. First serve lands in. Again, it's chipped back. And she's happy to hit the slow balls back, as she does, Chwalinska. How is this going to play out? Oh, and eventually it's an error there from Sawangkaew into the net. And it seems like she's been struggling to deal with these slow balls from Chwalinska. So early break, 2-love lead for the Pole, the 20th seed. Some interesting rallies, it must be said, but it's been Chwalinska who's been coming out on top. Now, Sawangkaew, of course, as I mentioned, she had to come back in dramatic style in that final qualifying round. In fact, the last 2 qualifying rounds, she came back from a set down. So she's got that fight in her. But does she have it here? Playing against a slam finalist. And of course, last time she played at Australian Open, she played a slam winner in Emma Raducanu. That was a decent return though, but it's still coming back. And there's a drop shot there from the Polish player. Oh, that's a nice lob there. And that was really nice play there from Chwalinska, just very composed. 15-love. She used the drop shot. Sawangkaew got there in plenty of time, but she lobbed her perfectly, and Sawangkaew was struggling. She tried to lob it back, but it goes wide, and 15-love here. And Chwalinska looking pretty in control, it must be said, early on. A little bit of a breeze there in Wimbledon, but not too bad. And that was a decent first serve. The return going out there, 30-love. So 30-love here. And it's going to be a serve now from the Polish player that goes just wide. Second serve, it will be. Second serve lands in. It is returned, but it's not a winner. And she is very accurate, Sawangkaew, but it's not enough to get past the Polish player so fast. But this time she does pass the Pole who came running to the net. It was an easy pass there. She had plenty of time. So 30-15. So 1 point here on the Pole's serve for the Thai player. So yes, 30-15 here. And Chwalinska left-handed, of course. And it was a let there. I think it's another first serve. Oh, she goes for the drop shot there. And again, the lob. Another drop shot. Oh, and that's really nice play there for Chwalinska. Very composed, you have to say, from the Polish player. And I think the crowd liked that one. Now, she is quick, Sawangkaew. She's getting to these drop shots, but she's not doing enough with it when she gets there. And that's twice now Chwalinska's been able to drop her easily. This time, Sawangkaew did get the ball back, though, with a lob, so she did better than the previous one. But Chwalinska there to just drop volley once again. second serve it's going to be now, though, at 40-15. Perhaps Sawangkaew can do a bit more on these second serve returns. She's been accurate with them, but maybe perhaps not with enough power or enough placement. A slice there from the Polish player. She loves slicing. Asking the question of Mananchaya. Now with the moon ball. It was Mananchaya taking it early. She's trying to be more proactive. She races forward. Oh, and that's a really nice play at the net there from the Thai player. Really nice rally that. And she does come out on top. And that was not easy. But the Thai does get a point and perhaps a chance to take it to juice if she can win this next point. But she waited there at the net for her moment and put away the volley. Good play from the Thai player. And that was a good first serve. Oh, this time it's the lob from the Thai player Sawangkaew that Chwalinska tried to hit the smash and she put it into the net. Now that already happened earlier with Sawangkaew hitting her smash into the net. But the first serve lands in. Oh, and that forehand there going long from the Thai player. So it's advantage to the Polish number 20 seed. The first serve lands in. And yeah, the forehand from Chwalinska out wide, and the backhand goes into the net from Sawangkaew. So 3 games to love for the Polish player early on. So Chwalinska in control. Some good stuff from the Thai player, but not good enough to get back into it at the moment. Elsewhere, we can have a look at some of the scores on going on. At the Wimbledon. So we've got like Jessica Pegula. She is there. She's actually my tip to take the tournament. I think Jessica Pegula. I like the look of her draw. Obviously, she's been playing well. Plays well on this surface. She's on number 2 court. She's up 4-2 early on. Rafael Hadar. He's up 5-2 at the moment. What else is going on here? Denis Shapovalov down a break on against Carreño Busta. He's going to be disappointed with that. An early break, though, there for Shintaro Mochizuki, up 2-love, the Japanese player. He is a former Wimbledon boys champion. He's playing against another qualifier, Max Basing. So looking good for him there. And Lerner Tien racing, perhaps going to go for the bagel here. Lerner Tien. Okay, back to this match, though, where the Thai player has a job on her hands here because she's down a break and Chwalinska has looked in control. She's won some really nicely constructed points. A second serve now for the Thai player. Chip back short there. Lovely little chip short there from Chwalinska. And she comes forward and plays the ball. It's love 15. And this is when the pressure starts to build because, you know, she's been playing so well, Chwalinska. Sawangkaew down a break and love 15. She's got to try and keep her cool here. First serve into the net. It's going to be a second serve. And you have to be careful because you don't want this match to run away from her. The second serve does land in. It is chipped back. That was a nicely directed backhand, but Chwalinska keeps getting it back. Great defense from the Pole, by the way. Nice slice there from the Pole. Backhand from Thai players. Backhand up the line for the Thai player. Goes wide, though. She was trying to direct it, but she's just finding it difficult to get past Chwalinska. Her defensive skills, very strong. And it's love 30 here. First serve lands in, it's chipped back by the pole. Oh, that was a forehand right into the corner. And Sawangkaew comes into the net and finishes with a nice volley. Nice winner, 15-30. And she needed that. She really needed that. Serve long, though, from the Thai player Sawangkaew. Second serve. Lands in. Chip back by the pole. Backhand up the line deep from Sawangkaew. And it's the backhand cross into the net by the Polish player. 30-all. Oh, the serve does land in and it's chipped back, but then it's a backhand error there. And I think just Sawangkaew, especially on that backhand side, is finding it difficult to deal with the Chwalinska ball. She's getting no pace. And it's causing her to make some unforced errors, having to generate her own pace. And it's 30-40 here and a chance for the double break for the Polish player. Chip back after that serve. There's a nice backhand there from Sawangkaew, but the ball just keeps coming back. And that's really nice play. She finishes it off with the net, Chwalinska, and she's got the double break. It's 4-love. Still says 3-love on the screen there, but it's 4-love, a double break. There we go. It's changed now. And in control, the Polish player. This is not great stuff for the Thai, who is playing her first Wimbledon main draw. So it's not looking great for Sawangkaew. Serve out wide from the Polish player. (15-love). And Sawangkaew is, struggling there. She's trying to solve the puzzle that is Chwalinska, but it's not an easy one. Chwalinska has so many tricks up her sleeve, and she looks like she knows exactly what she's doing here. That was a good serve down the tee from the Polish player. Oh, now the drop shot there. Oh, that was beautifully played. What a perfectly weighted drop shot from Chwalinska. And as I say, Sawangkaew is quick, but she was no chance of getting it there. Just perfectly weighted. And it's 30-love, and it's Sawangkaew is getting dominated here by the Polish player, the 20th seed. And she's very much taking off where she left in Roland Garros. And that is a serve out wide. It must have been a let, though, because it looked like it could have been an ace, but it must have hit the net. So it will be another first serve for Chwalinska. A little bit of a breeze there in Wimbledon. A decently placed return there from Sawangkaew. And she does hit the ball with good placement, but she maybe just lacks the power to finish off the points. But she does finish off this time as she comes into the net and finishes with a nice forehand volley. It's 30-15, though, to the 20th seed, and she is still in a good position. So if you're watching wherever you are in the world, please don't be afraid to leave a comment. Tell us where you're watching from or your thoughts on the match. Oh, finally then, Sawangkaew using responding with the slices from Chwalinska, and eventually it was Chwalinska who made the error on the forehand side, her forehand going wide. It's 30-all. Maybe that's what she needs to do, is hit a few slices herself, Sawangkaew. Uh, 30-all here. And a chance here. Good slicing there from the Thai player, but is it going to be enough? Oh, nice counterpunch there from Chwalinska. The Thai had come forward, but the ball was placed well enough by Chwalinska. It was too low and at too much of an angle for the Thai player. And it's 40-30. Game point now. As she starts her ball toss again, the pole. Serve is returned okay. I can feel Sawangkaew trying to up the aggression, and that was a great backhand winner there from the Thai player, upping the pace in that cross-court backhand. She's hit a few of those before, but not with that much pace. Good placement as well. And it's juice. And certainly you would imagine if Sawangkaew had any chance of taking this first set, she would have to break back right now. But let's see if she's able to do it. It's juice. Serve does come back. Oh, and the moon ball there. Oh, the drop shot there. Beautifully done there. Oh! Somehow Sawangkaew wins that one. It hit off the top of the net and just dropped on the other side. A bit of luck for the Thai player, but she takes the advantage and perhaps she's going to break back. Well, maybe the little bit of a reward for... She started to change up some of her plays. And Chwalinska taking the risk there. And that was disappointing, the error there from Sawangkaew. She's angry at herself. It's juice now. This is the second juice in this game, in this particular game. But oh, decent return there, but it's still coming back from Chwalinska. She's happy to slice. Oh, and the backhand into the net there from Sawangkaew. She was trying to up the pace on that short ball. And, you can just sense the frustration. She's trying to do something a bit different here, trying to force the issue. She didn't take her chance before. She had a breakpoint opportunity, and now it's advantage to the Polish player, and she's about to take a 5-love lead. Oh, it's a decent return there. Sawangkaew's got to be careful. Oh, and she tried to go big with that backhand cross court, and it just goes wide. And it is 5-love lead for the Polish player, and not looking good for Sawangkaew, who doesn't seem like she knows what to do. And thanks for watching, and I appreciate your comment here. And yeah, I think it is Maja Chwalinska's, the lack of pace that she's giving Sawangkaew. It's maybe a bit of a struggle for Sawangkaew. These slices that Chwalinska is happy to hit, and the control that she has on her defense. She'll hit the moon balls as well. And Sawangkaew, while she's very accurate with her ball, it's not enough to get past the defenses of Chwalinska. And we saw her trying to up the pace a little bit, but it wasn't enough in the end for her to get the break back, although she had chances. And it's 5-love now, and it's one game from a bagel for the Polish player. Obviously, Sawangkaew will want to avoid that. But yeah, I think just psychologically, she would like to hold here. Yes, and the first serve is chipped back into the net by Chwalinska. So 15-love to Mananchaya Sawangkaew. So yeah, this is only the second appearance for Sawangkaew in the main draw of a major. Her last slam appearance was at the Australian Open. And that was against Emma Raducanu. So in her only 2 appearances in majors, she's just faced a major champion and now, a slam finalist, runner-up. Maybe next time she would like to have someone a little bit lower ranked. And that's a slice back there from oh, we got a longer rally here. Oh, and that's nice play there from Sawangkaew. She's just going back in behind, and then she finishes off with a drop shot. Nice play there from Sawangkaew. So, one thing I will say about Sawangkaew, in spite of it being 5-love here, she's gonna keep fighting. And as I say, she had to fight from a set down in her last 2 matches to qualify. And she was facing match point as well in that second match, but she managed to come back. But it's 30-15. Oh, it's a double fault though from Sawangkaew. She sends that one into the net, and it's 30-all. And she's got to be careful here. I think just psychologically, you just don't want to get bagel, do you? Oh, the first serve just wide as she was going down the tee. Second serve now. And you just got to get it in, I think. Sliced back. Oh, nice work at the net there. That was difficult there for Sawangkaew. She's tricky, Chwalinska, but she covered the net well and hit a little nice volley to win her there. Coming in with the slice herself, and that's just a really nice touch at the net from the Thai player for 40-30. But it is chipped back there on the serve by Chwalinska. Oh. And she comes short. Oh dear, that was the error into the net by Sawangkaew to take it to juice. And she's had the chance there, and that's a poor error. Yes, there was a question marks, from a comment there about the lack of warm-up on grass from Chwalinska, but so far doesn't look like such a bad choice. But it's the backhand up the line there from Sawangkaew. And that's good from her point of view, as it looks like she has held on here. Yes, it was a decent first serve, and she went up the line, really nice placed forehand, and then finished off at the net again with a lovely touch. So, it's a few times now Sawangkaew has come into the net, and she showed her net skills. Her touch around the net is very nice, and she needed it there. 5-1 to the Roland Garros runner-up, but she'll have to serve out that first set, and that's, I think, important from a psychological aspect for the Thai player. Yeah, so Maja Chwalinska has played Wimbledon before, and she's actually got to the second round before. So if she was to win this, it wouldn't, she's done that before. She's won a first round, but then it's the first point of this game has gone to Sawangkaew, and Sawangkaew does seem like she has got more comfortable. And she chips back that serve from the Polish player. And surely that's a point there. Yes, easily smashed away by Chwalinska. The defensive lob was too short from the Thai player. It's 15-all. But yeah, I do think it's obviously under pressure. She could have easily got bageled there, Sawangkaew. And as difficult as it has been, she has been getting a bit better as the match has gone on. That was an ace, though, out wide, though, by Chwalinska, by the way. 30-15. And, you know, if Chwalinska does take this set, the Thai player will start off serving in the next set. So if she can hold there, perhaps she can, you know, get ahead and create a little bit of pressure herself on the scoreboard. But let's see. Chwalinska still has to serve this one out. Good return there from the Thai player. She's got good movement, by the way, Mananchaya. Oh, and the forehand long from the from the Polish player. Eventually the error. And when they get into these rallies, you know, it's quite interesting. You know, it's kind of like a chess battle between these two. They both have nice skills. I mean, neither player is going to be, you know, hitting with a lot of pace. So it's just about outmaneuvering their opponent. Oh, and it's now showing as 30-40. Oh, it was a double fault there from Chwalinska. Serving for this first set. Now, is she having a wobble? Is she the one to crumble? 30-40 here. So break back opportunity for the Thai player. First chance for her to, or sorry, it would be the first break for her. If she can take it. Oh, and this is a good rally here from both players. Who's going to blink first? Oh, and it's a lovely backhand up the line from the Thai player, Sawangkaew. She gets one game back. It is 5-2. And this first set is still not done. Really nice composed play. And, you know, obviously she hit a few backhand errors early in the match. But that was a really nice backhand placed deep up the line. Composed from the Thai player. And as I say, you know, her ranking now, Sawangkaew is 160. She was doing very well before she got injured. She had a back injury. She got up to 100 in the world. She'd won matches in main tour events on the WTA Tour 250s, and even I think a 1,000 event. She played against Sabalenka once, and she gave a pretty good account of herself. I think it finished 6-4, 6-1 to Sabalenka, but the first set was, you know, quite competitive, and a lot of people at the time I remember saying, "Who is this player?" But I mean, yeah, you know, as tennis can be, you know, it's difficult when you get an injury. She's had to work her way back, but you know, perhaps if she hadn't had the injury, she would be, you know, further inside the top 100, and you'll be getting in some of these bigger events, but. Yeah, I think, you know, also she's a player that spent a year at college, you know, playing tennis. You know, they've got a scholarship there, I think, in the US. So, you know, that's a good environment as well to learn in. You know, it's very competitive there. And a lot of the players that do go to the US college system have, you know, quite good competitive instincts. But I think as well, yeah, she has had decent experience on the tour. Obviously, having qualified for Wimbledon here. Yeah, she's had a good year so far. And that's a chip back there, the serve. Backhand. Oh, that was a nice injection of pace cross court from Chwalinska. But it's a nice slice battle, and it's a lovely drop shot winner to finish off from the Polish player. The drop shot working very nicely for Chwalinska. Chwalinska. First serve lands in. It's chipped back again by Chwalinska. She's very happy just to chip it back. Oh, and then beautifully placed drop shot, but she could. Oh, the Thai player gets there. And honestly, I thought that was a really nicely constructed point by Chwalinska. And Sawangkaew just sprinted across to get to that drop shot. I still thought Chwalinska might win the point, but that was nicely played by Sawangkaew, you have to say. Maybe Chwalinska was a bit surprised that Sawangkaew got there. So it's 15-all. Serve out wide. Oh dear, it was just chipped back by Chwalinska, just getting over the net. And Sawangkaew was there, but I think it took her by surprise, and she hits her ball wide when the court was open. And she's under pressure here at 15-30. Obviously, she'd like to hold and ask the question of Chwalinska once again, who chips back that return. She's been chipping back these returns really nicely all game. I mean, that's how she plays, Chwalinska. But then, oh, nice forehand back in behind. So that was a good forehand winner there from Sawangkaew. Back in behind Chwalinska, 30-all. So 30-all. Good serve there from, but it's still chipped back. Nicely placed forehand, but oh dear. Well, it was good defense from Chwalinska. Sawangkaew tried to go back in behind Chwalinska, but it was not well executed. And, it would have been easier for her to go cross court. She tried to wrong foot Chwalinska, but just poor execution and perhaps the wrong choice in hindsight. But chipped back that return. She's happy to slice Chwalinska. Slice is coming back from Mananchaya. This is tough moments there. Set point. Oh, that forehand right into the corner. And that's really nice play there from Mananchaya Sawangkaew under pressure. The forehand right onto the line. It must have been the outer edge of the line. It was on the line though. And she takes it to deuce. Really nice play under pressure there. And what looked like it might be a bagel has turned into an interesting first set. Chip back. That's long though from Chwalinska. Advantage to Sawangkaew. And this, regardless of whether she wins this first set, Sawangkaew has worked her way back nicely. And she's definitely looking much stronger in this match. Advantage to the Thai 23-year-old. It's a let, so it will be another first serve. And it does chip back again, but it's going to be forehand there. Yeah, and that was a good injection of pace with the backhand from Chwalinska. And the ball is sent long by the Thai player. So it's now deuce. And that really speaks to the mentality of Sawangkaew, that she's managed to come back and at least make this set interesting. But that's a good drop shot there from her. Yes, and perhaps giving Chwalinska a bit of her own medicine there. So it's advantage to Sawangkaew. Let's see if she's able to take the game and, again, make Chwalinska try and serve it out. Oh, but it's chipped back, that serve. Oh, and poor decision there from Sawangkaew. She left it. She thought the ball was going long, but it landed and floated on the line. And she's trying to say to the umpire, are you sure? But of course, it's electronic line calling. It's automatic. There was no call, so the ball was in. I mean, juice. And that scoreboard's a little bit ahead of my stream, unfortunately. So, first serve. Oh, nice backhand up the line there. Really nicely placed. That's a nice winner from the Thai player to take it to advantage. Let's see if she's able to hold on here. And it is juice. Yeah, it was a double fault from Sawangkaew, and just struggling to get over the line here. She stretches her left leg. So let's see if she's able to get back here. No, it's going to be a second serve. Tough moments here. Does land in, but it's chipped. Very short drop shot return. And that's a nice lob to win the point from the Polish player, and it's advantage to Chwalinska. Oh, that was a good first serve, though. Chip long. And it goes long. So it's juice. This is the 5th juice of this game, by the way. Real struggle for Sawangkaew to serve this out and hold on. Good return there, though. Oh, lovely play there. So from Sawangkaew at the net. She just waited and moved across to respond to Chwalinska's shot. And it's a really nice volley winner in the end. And that's really good instinct at the net under pressure from Sawangkaew. Advantage. Can she finally take this game point? Took some pace off that first serve to make it land in, but then it's chipped back and she hits the backhand error, the backhand cross court. I mean, there's been quite a few backhands that she's made an error from, and that's disappointing from the Thai player. Oh, drop shot there from Sawangkaew, and she can't believe it because Chwalinska hits the ball, floats it onto the line, and it just drops onto the baseline. She thought it might be going out, but it's the back edge of the line, and it's advantage to the Polish player, and it looks like she's going to take the set here. Yeah, chip back that first serve. And it's the slice into the net by Sawangkaew. So that's the first set to the Polish player, 6-2. And it was good play to try and get back into it, but she's got to be disappointed with how, because she had chances there, Sawangkaew, to take the game, but Chwalinska just sticking to her game plan, and she comes out on top, 6-2, although it was 44 minutes that first set, which is fairly long for a 6-2 set. But yeah, good play there. I think, just came out really well. The Polish player started really well. And yeah, Sawangkaew did find her way back into it, but it wasn't quite enough. Let's have a look at what's going on elsewhere. So we can see Rafael Hadar already up a set and a break against Felix Gill. And Jessica Pegula, as I say, my tip to win the women's title. It is 7-5, 2-1. She's also up a set and a break. Also, Belinda Bencic up against Stoislav Savlovic, 6-2, 3-love. So she's flying. Anything notable there? We've got Jensen Brooksby taking the first set in a tie break, and David, Shapovalov already, Denis Shapovalov, I should say, down 6-3. Shintaro Mochizuki up a set against Max Basing. 2 qualifiers there, but as I say, Shintaro Mochizuki loves the grass, a former Wimbledon champion, a boys Wimbledon champion, I should say. And yeah, just has done well on the grass. And last year, got to the second round and played Karen Khachanov and took him to 5 sets. I thought he might get the win there. Lerner Tien up a set and a break, but then facing 2 break points against Severchina of Czechia. Jacqueline Christian and Eva Jovic in a tie break, but it looks like Eva Jovic is about to take that one. Danger for Andrei Rublev here. Down a set. And elsewhere, I mean, upcoming, we have a look at some of the matches that are coming up, by the way. Big one there for Tom Asian tennis. Wu Yibing's taking on Novak Djokovic. It's unlikely that Wu's going to cause an upset there, but what a great experience for him to have that centre court. And he's an exciting player, so let's see if he can give a good account of him, Wu Yibing, against Novak Djokovic. Doesn't really get much bigger than that against Djokovic on centre court. Elsewhere, Marin Cilic takes on Daniil Medvedev, saying 82% likely to win Medvedev. I think that's a bit unbalanced in favour of him because Cilic is a former Wimbledon finalist. He's a great player, former major champion as well, and he absolutely suits these courts and he has the game to frustrate Medvedev. In terms of Asian players, you got Naomi Osaka taking Jacquemot, but Naomi Osaka, some doubts for her because she was injured, by the way, in that final and had to retire in Bad Homburg. Elsewhere, a lot of excitement as well about the young Joao Fonseca, who made the quarterfinals at Roland Garros and beat Novak Djokovic from 2 sets down. Also beat Casper Ruud there. So, obviously a lot of talent from that young player. But he's up against Roberto Bautista Agut, who has traditionally been very good on grass. I think he was a former semi-finalist at Wimbledon. So, yeah, going to be tough. Elsewhere, we've got Kwon Sun-woo, who's actually still doing his active military service, as many Korean men have to do. He was unable to get exemption, unable to get the gold medal at the Asian Games. And so he has been doing his military service since early last year. But he has been playing on a limited schedule. So, and this year he's managed to build a ranking to get back into Wimbledon qualifying. He's up against Martin Landaluce, who is a young, talented player, 20-year-old from Spain, who recently made the quarterfinals of the Rome Masters. So, yeah, we're going to be giving some courage of that. Yastremska is taking on Ayo Ito, by the way. Ayo Ito, crafty player. Up against Yastremska, though, who is very much a contrast in styles and a player who is an aggressive baseline style that, is prone to errors. And perhaps Ayo Ito, with the craftiness that she brings to the game, she can maybe, cause some trouble for her. So that's going to be an interesting one. Ayo Ito hasn't had much success. Elsewhere, another Southeast Asian player here in Lanlana, Tararudi. She'll be taking on the young Lily Tagger. You can see the predictor there, 52% in favor of Tagger, so it's fairly even. We'll see how that plays out. Also, Wang Xinyu takes on Cocciaretto, so a lot to look forward to. Let's have a look at this match as it's about to begin with Chwalinska to serve in this second set. First serve is wide. Yeah, it was a double fault to start off from Chwalinska, love 15. Yeah, first serve comes in. It is returned by Sawangkaew. And we're in a bit of a rally here. Backhand is deep from Sawangkaew. She goes back up the line with the forehand, but there's a little slice there from, oh yes, slice from Chwalinska, and Sawangkaew tries to slice it back, but it goes into the net. 15-0. First serve lands in, is returned deep up the middle by the Thai player. And she tries to go big up the line there with the forehand, but it's dragged wide, and she's disappointed with that. 30-15. So perhaps she's trying to finish off points a bit earlier when she gets the chance there. Perhaps that was something maybe she discussed with her coach, because not trying to get dragged into these long rallies, which Chwalinska, to be fair, has been controlling. I mean, I think you're asking if there's. I think there's just 3 Southeast Asian players. If we're talking about the singles, we've got Sawangkaew and Tararudi from Thailand, Alex Yala, of course, from Philippines, and Janice Chen from Indonesia. But we have one more Indonesian, I suppose, with Suchadi in the doubles as well, right? So I guess that's 5 if you count the doubles. And another good rally here. Sawangkaew trying to force the issue, but she's going big with an inside-out forehand, but that is wild. And it is Chwalinska who takes the first game of the second set, 1-0. And perhaps uncomfortable here. Sawangkaew. She's trying to change her strategy here a bit, but doesn't seem to be comfortable at the moment. So certainly Chwalinska, good start for her in this second set. And Mananchaya was, obviously struggling to hold in that first set, broken a number of times, and she'll want to try and hold early here. And it's that, it was that brutal drop shot lob combo again from Chwalinska, but this time her lob just goes long. I think Sawangkaew are relieved to see that go long. She's quick, but not that quick. Although she did get to the drop shot nicely, she has been doing, but Chwalinska's always just there waiting. She knows exactly what she's going to do. So that was another first serve here for Sawangkaew. It's into the net, though, so it's going to be a second serve. Good angles found here by the Thai player, but it just keeps coming back and chipped back there by Chwalinska, and the backhand into the net by Sawangkaew. And it's just very difficult for the Thai player to break down Chwalinska. Just such quality from and control from the pole. And she tried to go up the net there for the winner, Chwalinska, but it was dragged it wide. 30-15. So a free point there for the Thai player, and she's not had too many of those. That was a poor first serve into the net. Second serve is in. That was quite short, but it. Oh, she opened up the court well there, Chwalinska, and again tried to go up with the forehand up the line, but just wide. So again, another error that gives a point to Sawangkaew. She's up 40-15, and she wants to get her first game of this second set. First serve lands in. It's chipped back. Good backhand there from Sawangkaew. She goes for the slice up the line. And that's the error there from Chwalinska to take it to 1-1. So, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, we're talking about the Southeast Asian players. It is great for the region to have 4 Southeast Asian players in the singles main draw. We've had, as I say, Sawangkaew, Tarudi, Iala, and Chen. It's always good to have new audiences, and perhaps, we're going to have, we're going to see them more in the big tournaments. I mean, Alex Iala, of course, is playing WTA events always, and Janice Chen still. The Thai players are a bit lower down at the moment, but perhaps they're going to be coming up. And that's nice play there for Chwalinska to take the first game. To take this first point of her service game. Yeah, 15 love. Yeah, it's just going to be difficult to see how, at this moment in time, how Sawangkaew is going to be able to get over, and take this match, because she's going to have to do something that, she hasn't really done yet. And it's just, maybe a change in her game style that she's not used to. It's been really difficult for her so far. Oh, yeah, a really nice play there from the pole, going back in behind the Thai player, wrong footing her. She slips, but she's okay. Sawangkaew, and it's 40 love there to the Polish player. And obviously, talking about Southeast Asian players, I'll talk about a bit more about them in a minute if we see if Chwalinska takes this game. It's chipped back, though, deep by Sawangkaew. Oh, nice play. She has to come up into the net. Oh, that is tremendous play there from Chwalinska to take the game. I mean, it was good play there from Sawangkaew coming into the net, trying to be proactive, but it's just so hard to finish the points against her. And it is a good point there in the end from Chwalinska with the pass that Sawangkaew was unable to finish off. Anyway, so talking about, obviously a lot of Southeast Asians in the draw, a lot of Asians playing, from the Asian region in the draw today. They all seem to be playing today on the Monday. But tomorrow we're going to have Alex Iala's match. She'll be taking on Zara Zhu. I think that's a good draw for her. It's a good, for her to draw someone like that. Of course, Alex Iala is seeded. She's in as the number, is it number 29 seed? Yes, she's the 29th seed, and she'll be playing on court 12. which of course is not one of the biggest courts, but it's actually one of the nicer show courts outside of the three main courts. So nice little venue for Alex, and I'm sure she'll have good support there. But I think, it's such an exciting section of the draw for Alex Ayala, because she will be taking on perhaps Serena Williams in the next round. But Serena Williams will have to get past Maja Joint, who, of course, was Alex Ayala's opponent in that Eastbourne final last year, where she lost in heartbreaking fashion. It was so close. But, potentially Alex is going to be up against Serena Williams and then Iga Świątek in the third round. So, I mean, that would be something if as well, if she was able to get through them. I don't think it's impossible. I think it's possible that Alex could, get to the quarterfinals. I think she has that in her based on her form so far. Fourth round of quarterfinals is not impossible. This is a good start here, though, by the way, for Sawangkaew. Good, easy 2 points to start off in this service game of hers. Yeah, in general, you see the comment there from, there's many more Asian women in tennis at the top of women's tennis than there are Asian men on ATP. And yeah, I mean, there's various reasons for that. I mean, I would say maybe because of a lot of the size as well. I mean, that comes into it as well. I mean, in men's tennis, the serve is so important, and maybe less so in the women's side. So, but I think a lot of it's to do with, with the structure of sports in the different countries as well. I mean, what's popular and what's not. But it's going to be 30 all here. And there's a chip back. Oh, nice forehand up the line there from Chwalinska. And eventually, somehow she gets this point. Oh, it was the volley into the net by Sawangkaew. But I think as well, unfortunate. I mean, China's got quite a lot of, it's got three very good men, but they just keep getting injured. If you're talking about, it's just really nice play there from Chwalinska. It's just really hard for Sawangkaew to stay in these rallies. Oh, and eventually she has to follow up with the slice. She tries to match Chwalinska, but she puts that slice into the net, and it's a break point opportunity for the Polish player. And I think, Sawangkaew was trying earlier on to try and finish some of these points earlier, but she was making errors when she was going for those winners. And when she's hanging in the rallies with those slice battles, she's more often than not, losing the points. It's Chwalinska coming out on top, and it's chipped back again. And it's a forehand wayward from the pole. Been a few forehands that she has made errors with, Chwalinska, and it's deuce. So a good point here. Sliced. Oh, that's a lovely drop shot there from Chwalinska, but somehow, Sawangkaew gets to it, and I thought, Chwalinska might do better with a follow-up shot, but she sends that long, and you have to say well done from Sawangkaew getting to that drop shot and playing a nice little shot. So advantage to the Thai player. Oh, no, it's an error, though. Back to deuce. Disappointing after that. Such a good point. And then that forehand error from the Thai player is just long. She has been finding it so difficult in this match just to hold, hasn't she, Sawangkaew? I mean, it's a serve out wide, does chip back, and then she tries to hit the drop shot herself, but it's into the net, and it's advantage again for the Polish player. And you'd have to say, I mean, you really don't want to see her go down a break here. I think it might be over. So deuce. Yeah, it was the chip ball back, but yeah, there was one of the slices from Chwalinska finally going long, wayward. Of course, she's so solid in general with those slices. Good first serve, and then the chip into the net by Chwalinska. So helps if you can get a first serve in, especially one with a bit more pace on it there from Sawangkaew. 100 miles per hour, which is pretty fast. And that was another good first serve. Having to play a longer rally this time. But nice backhand up the line. The winner from Sawangkaew. That was a tough game to get through, but she does hold on, and it's 2-2. But she's having to work so hard in these service games of hers. You know, even if she was to break against Chwalinska here, you know, you just wouldn't feel it's safe. So she has broken Chwalinska just once in the match. So love 15 here to Sawangkaew. Perhaps she can try and work her way in here. Is it possible? And then that first serve was way wide by Chwalinska. Wow. That was an incredible angle on that return from Sawangkaew. A short angle. Chwalinska managed to get it back, but Sawangkaew raced into the net to finish off at the net. And that was well done by the Thai player. Yeah, love 30, but oh, there was a big backhand cross from Sawangkaew, sent it long. An unforced error. I mean, at the time when you want to be creating pressure. 15-30 though, so still a bit of pressure here for Chwalinska if she, you know, if she's unable to take this point. Oh, good return though from Sawangkaew. She's trying to force the issue, but the ball just keeps coming back. Such is the defense of the Polish player. Oh, she's going for the drop shot, and it's just short. So it's 15-40 and 2 breakpoint chances for the Thai player now. Can she get on top here? Take a lead. For the first time in the match, it would be actually to take a lead in a set. Serve now from Maja Chwalinska. Lands in, does come back from the Thai player. She's using the slice, the pole. Oh, well, that was nice play there from Chwalinska, very crafty. She came forward to the net, and Sawangkaew tried to hit the sort of the squash shot, that slice on the forehand side, but it was way far long, and it's just tricky to try and win points against this little pole. 30-40. Still a breakpoint chance, though, for Sawangkaew. Can she take it? First serve lands in. Returned by the Thai player. But that's a nice backhand cross by Chwalinska, and she comes into the net to finish off with a winner. The volley at the net. That is really nice play from Chwalinska. Really nice execution and under pressure. And that's the kind of plays that got her all the way to the Roland Garros final. Oh, first serve lands in. It's chipped back, though. Not good enough, though, is it? Oh, lovely play. Lovely touch at the net from Chwalinska. And from 15-40, she's won 3 really good points there. It's just so difficult for Sawangkaew to win the points that she needs. Good return there, but it just still comes back. Yeah, nice play there from Sawangkaew. I mean, it's very tricky against Chwalinska. She just seems to be very much, one step ahead. She always seems to know what she's doing, and she's able to execute well. But Sawangkaew was able to respond well there with some nicely placed shots of her own, and eventually it was Chwalinska that erred. But it's juice here and still work to do. Yeah, backhand cross there. Oh, it's the error in the end on the forehand from Sawangkaew. She just tried to hit it up the line and drags it wide into the tram lines. And now it's quite full there on court 12 at Wimbledon. All the fans have made their way into the grounds. Of course, if you are at Wimbledon, court 12 is open to anyone with the grounds pass. Oh, that was a nice deep forehand there, but it still comes back. And you have to say, just tremendous defense from Chwalinska. It was a really nice placed forehand onto the baseline, but she still chips it back deep, and then Sawangkaew makes the error. That's the way it is. I mean, it's just so hard, and that's why she's been doing so well recently. Yeah, so yeah, you mentioned the South Korean guy. So Kwon, he came through qualifying, though. So he has come through qualifying, and yeah, and he's played, he's a former world number 52. So Kwon has been, has experience of the slams. He's been, I think, in several Wimbledon main draws before. He once played Novak Djokovic in the first round at Wimbledon and took a set off of him. I don't think he's been past the second round, though. But yeah, I think he's just happy to be back. I think for Kwon, his military service will be done 12th of July, so very soon. and then he'll be free to just play a full schedule again. And yeah, it'd be nice to see him back in the tour, because I think he really should be a top 100 player. He's now around 200 in the world, but once he's able to play fully, he already won 3 challenger titles this year. I think he's too good for that level, the challenger level. Oh, but that was again a sliced return from Chwalinska and the error from Sawangkaew. Sawangkaew really wants to try and hold on here. It's just been difficult. I mean, but to try and have a few more simple service holds. Oh, she races forward, and oh, that was a nice get, although it hit off the top of the net. A little bit of luck for Sawangkaew, but she'll take it. She does apologize for the net cord, but I don't think she'll be feeling that sorry deep down. 15-0. And that was a serve down the tee, but it goes wide, and second serve now from the Thai player. She slices it in. It's sliced back by, oh, that was sliced really deep by Chwalinska. Really nice return, and just making it difficult for Sawangkaew, who snatches at her forehand, and that goes into the net. And it's 15-30, and this is tight moments here for the Thai player. Tough moments. Big pressure for her. 15-30 here. Second serve, lands in. Oh, nice play there. She stepped in, Sawangkaew. She went with the forehand back in behind Chwalinska, and that's a winner. But it had to be well executed because she's made some errors when she's come in for the short balls, but that was well done. And yeah, 30-0. Still needs 2 points to hold, though. Chip back there from Chwalinska. Oh, and that was a good pass from her. Sawangkaew gets her racket on the ball, but makes the error, goes out, and it was a forced error, really, from the play from Chwalinska. And 30-40 now. Chance for the first break of this second set. But is the Thai player going to be able to do it? It's chipped back by Chwalinska. Good for backhand cross. And this is a tricky rally here, but eventually with that slice from Chwalinska, it's the forehand into the net from Sawangkaew, and it's the first break of the second set. It's 4-2 lead. And you have to say now that looks like the pole is in control. And she's the one that's looking like she's going to take this match. Well, that was nice play, though, to start off from Sawangkaew. Carefully watched that backhand, hit it cross, and Chwalinska puts her ball into the net. And so it's love 15. And of course, Sawangkaew has had chances to break back. She's only had one you know, she's only broken her opponent's serve once, so it's been difficult. She's just, you know, that's a credit though to Chwalinska. She's able to play some great points when she's been under pressure. And that was nice point again though from the Thai player. It's love 30. Just patient rallying there from Sawangkaew, and this time the error from Chwalinska. More often than not, when it gets dragged out into rallies like that, it's the Thai player making the error because Chwalinska is just so solid. Is there a chance though? But we've been here before. We've been half chances. It looks like it's going to open up for Sawangkaew, but then Chwalinska is able to play some strong points to hold on. But let's see what happens now as Chwalinska goes for her first serve. It's returned well by the Thai player, and she puts her forehand, Chwalinska, the forehand into the net. So it's love 40, and immediately 3 breakback opportunities for the Thai player though. Can she take it? And, you know, really from nowhere, it's going to be disappointing from the Polish player's point of view. Oh, the error there, the backhand going long though from Sawangkaew. Oh, a beautiful drop shot there. And Sawangkaew gets there, but it is Chwalinska ready to take the ball, and that's just lovely play. Again, we've seen it before, under pressure, 30-40. Still one more break opportunity for the Thai player. But Chwalinska has just been so good under pressure, hasn't she? When she's needed to, she's come up with the goods. But let's see. Serve now from Chwalinska. Oh. Chance here. Oh dear. Short ball and the backhand into the net from Sawangkaew. That is terrible. She has got to feel bad about that one. And like that, 3 breakpoint chances gone. It's deuce. And that's very much sort of the sums up the match, really. First serve goes long, though, from Chwalinska. Oh, nice drop shot there again from Chwalinska. Sawangkaew gets there, and that's a lovely, wow, what a lob from Chwalinska. We've seen it so many times, but again, perfectly executed, and the crowd likes that one. It's advantage to Chwalinska. Oh, good return there from Sawangkaew, but she has to come short again. She goes for a drop shot herself, but Chwalinska gets there. She tries to go for she tried to go for the lob. I mean, I don't know if that was the right choice, but then it's a good smash there from Chwalinska to finish off the winner. And it's 5-2. And it's just one game from the Pole taking this match in straight sets. But of course, Sawangkaew will be hoping to do something about that. Let's have a quick look at the scores elsewhere. if I can get it up. Where is it? Yeah, Rafael Hodar up 2 sets and still on. It looks like it's going to be a straight sets victory for him. Denis Shapovalov is locked in a second set battle. That looks like it's going to go to a tiebreak against Carreño Busta. Jensen Brooksby is up 2 sets and a break in the third. So he's well on his way. And look at that from Mochizuki, up 6-3, 6-love, and 3-love. And that's quite a learning experience it is for Max Basing. And Eva Jovic took the first set against Jacqueline Christian, so good for her to take that. Leonard Tien, though, finds himself down a break in the third set. So what looked like a very comfortable opening, it has turned difficult for him. So anyway, let's go back to this match, and it starts off with a Chwalinska point. It's an error from Sawangkaew with the backhand into the net, hits off the top of the net actually, and bounces into the tram line. So it is a bit of frustration there, I think, in that backhand from Sawangkaew. But she's got to stay composed here. Good serve there, and she comes in with a serve volley winner. Well, serve and volley, we haven't really seen that, but perhaps she should have been doing that more. But I think a bit of frustration in that first serve, a lot of pace in that first serve compared to her average. Oh, that's a good first serve. She comes forward, though. Yep, and that's enough. Yeah, the Chwalinska forehand going into the tram line. So it's 30-15. So Sawangkaew trying to be very aggressive here and finish off these points quickly. You know, perhaps that's something she should have been doing earlier, but it's easier said than done. And sometimes when your back's against the wall, you can just go for it. Okay, second serve though, but it's a decent return there from Chwalinska. Who's going to go for the drop shot now, but Sawangkaew raced there, and she got there, and she puts the backhand into the net. She's got to be disappointed with that one. She read it really well. She was racing really early for that one, but when she got there, she just couldn't execute. And, you know, that's very much the story of the match in the sense that I think, you know, Sawangkaew, you know, she's had chances but, you know, when it's come her way, she just hasn't been able to take them. And Chwalinska, on the other hand, has just been very solid, and when she's had those blips, she's followed it up with tremendous play, and she just knows exactly what she's doing here. And Sawangkaew has been made to feel uncomfortable, and that's really nice play. The backhand cross. It's 30-40, and it's a game and a set point and a match point for Maja Chwalinska. First serve lands in down the tee, comes back, chip back. Oh, that's a nice forehand. And it is finished at the net there with the volley put away by Sawangkaew. It was a nice forehand. I think Chwalinska slipped. She's okay, I think. But that was good play, though. I liked that play from Sawangkaew. She opened up the court really nicely and came in to finish well at the net. Although Chwalinska slipped, I think she'd probably win the point anyway. But it's juice. And it's Chwalinska just adjusting her shoes, tying her shoelaces there. Yes, it's certainly a game for survival here, yeah. If she loses this game, she will lose the match. So, but yeah, she's going to obviously have to hold here, and then let's see what happens, because obviously in the first set, you know, Chwalinska was serving for, you know, that first set earlier, and Sawangkaew managed to break back. So let's see what happens here. Oh, she goes for that beautiful drop shot. Oh, well done, Sawangkaew. Races there, and that's a tremendous get. Really nice play from Sawangkaew under pressure to take advantage. And a serve down the tee. It is chipped back, but that's a nice aggressive backhand. And Sawangkaew races forward to hit the volley, and that's a lovely touch. Is she going to finish off? Oh, she does finish with the volley at the net, and it's 3-5. That's really nice play there from Sawangkaew. Honestly thought she was going to lose that point there, but just really nice play around the net again. And well, she's going to make Chwalinska work for it. She will have to serve the match at 5-3 in the second set. Already this set is longer than the first set. The first set was 44 minutes, already 47 minutes on the clock here. But, well, it's not supposed to be a break yet, but Chwalinska's trying to... She's got a problem with her foot here. I guess that slip was a problem for her. She's shaking her ankle off there. And so we've got a stoppage here for... I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so she did slip there. I mean, it didn't look too bad, but then she's sort of checking her ankle after that. And so I'm not really sure what's going on for Chwalinska. So you're taking a break here. And I mean, it's not really ideal, is it, for you to stop the match and then you have to come out and serve for the match. So we're going to show the replay again of her slipping. Oh yeah, so it was, yeah. So the trailing leg, yeah, the left. Is it the left leg? I thought it was the left side, but she thinks it's her right. Yeah, I mean, it didn't look too bad on the right side. I mean, that was the one that she slid in with. And interesting that she thinks it's bad enough that she needs to get treatment on her ankle here, Chwalinska, while she's about to serve for the match. I mean, it's really not ideal. So perhaps this injury is actually a bit more serious than it might have looked like. And it'd be kind of a shame if that was able to affect it. But I mean, it's just one game from the match for Chwalinska. But she's getting treatment here on her ankle. Elsewhere, let's have a look at some of the scores. So looks like Leonard Tien here got back on, but look at this score here. Shintaro Mochizuki up 6-3, 6-love, 5-love. Got to be disappointed for Mac Basing, the British player, on his Wimbledon main draw debut. Shintaro Mochizuki, a very good grass court player though. And it looks like just one game away for Rafael Hedora, the 19-year-old 23 seed. But he's up against Britain's Felix Gill. Still on serve though, but he's serving to stay in the match there against Rafael Hedora. So yeah, still medical timeout going on for Chwalinska, whose ankle is in trouble. So Chwalinska's ankle at a crucial moment in this match as well. And look at this here. Denis Shapovalov and Pablo Carreño Busta at 6-all in that second set tiebreak. Excitement going on elsewhere in this first round. That's a blockbuster first round tie. Huang Xinyu, who is just reached the semi-finals in Bad Homburg, losing out to Naomi Osaka. She started her match against Elisabetta Cocciaretto early in that match there, but she would be hoping to do well in this tournament, of course. And Lee starting off against Zeynep Sonmez. They're warming up. That actually hasn't started yet. So perhaps, though, it looks like we're about to have the first Asian win. And is that going to be the first men's win of... Oh, no, we've had one already because Van Asch retired against Marton Fucsovics. But the first completed men's win looks to be coming from Shintaro Mochizuki here. So, yeah, he's about to get a double bagel now. We don't see that very often, do we? No, it looks like Mochizuki is about to win. Look at that. He's got 3 match points now, Mochizuki. You have to say great stuff from him, although I'm not watching. But, I mean, the guy's a natural on the surface. Obviously, he doesn't have massive power like some of these giants of the game today. He's quite small, 175 centimeters, but yeah, I mean, great start for him, and perhaps a little run for him is on the cards. Who knows? Yeah, Shintaro Mochizuki is in that top section. I'll show you actually. So Shintaro Mochizuki is here. You can see here he's obviously he's about to win that match against Max Basing, but he's going to be playing either Ethan Quinn, who just got to a final, I think, in Mallorca. So he might be a bit tired, and then Darderi is definitely more of a clay court player. So perhaps a little chance for Mochizuki to make it through, and then he might have to face either Hodar, possibly Shapovalov or Carreño Busta in that third round. But you maybe expect Hodar, but little chance here for Mochizuki. I mean, he's a tricky player, and I don't think players like facing him, although he hasn't quite won that match yet, although you expect him to. You can see there it's 6-3, 6-love, 5-love on juice in that third and final set. And the players are back out in this second set, or at least Sawangkaew is getting ready. She's warming up. She's bouncing up and down. And Maja Chwalinska is just tying her shoes carefully there. She's taking her racket. She's about to start. As the crowd give her a little of a round of applause, as Chwalinska is about to try and serve out the match. Not ideal to have that break there. I mean, although who knows, maybe Chwalinska won't mind that. Let's see. Hopefully her ankle is feeling okay. A slice there from Chwalinska. Oh, the forehand into the net though. And that was a bit of a poor forehand there from Chwalinska. It was halfway up the net. It was just not well timed at all. And it's love 15 here early. Oh, first serve into the net, second serve it will be. How is this going to go? Second serve now for the French Open runner-up. Lands in, returned decently by the Thai player, but there was a deep ball there from Chwalinska. She uses the slice. And that's a deep slice there from, wow, it was a deep slice there from Sawangkaew. And then the error on the forehand side from Chwalinska. And I just wonder if that ankle is bothering her now. It's such a shame if that is the case. She slipped there, but it's love 30 now. And I suppose if you're Sawangkaew, you maybe want to try and keep her moving if that ankle really is bothering her. Return comes back. Sawangkaew. Sawangkaew trying to play it safe. That's a drop shot there. Oh, and it just hits off the top of the net and goes over. But that's Mananchaya now with 3 breakback opportunities. But we've seen this before, and Chwalinska came up with the goods. So it's already shown 15-40 on the scoreboard. Yeah, it was a good serve there. Down the tee there from Chwalinska, unreturned. So she gets 1 point back. And she saved it before, earlier in this set from Love 40. Is she going to do it again? And she's going to save another one. Nice forehand to open up the court and finish off at the net. It's 30-40. And the crowd encouraging her. She's got some fans, Chwalinska. So it's 30-40. Can the tie player break back? How many break point opportunities has she had that she's just been unable to take? I need to see the stats for that. First serve goes long, though. It's going to be a second serve. Someone's asking who had the medical timeout. It was Chwalinska, the Polish player, had the medical timeout. Oh, and it's... Oh, dear. There's an error into the net from Sawangkaew. She's got to be disappointed with that. The backhanded at the net. And it's juice now, and you think her opportunity has probably gone, Sawangkaew. She really needed to take too many opportunities she's had to break, and she's just been unable to take it, and that's really just, I think, mental as much as anything. Oh, and that's just great defensive play, though, from the Polish player. I mean, it's just also difficult as well when you've got that player on the other side of the net. It maybe forces you to do things that you don't want to do. And just really a nice defensive play here. And eventually it's the error, though, from Chwalinska. Careful point construction there. I mean, Sawangkaew had to be careful. And I just wonder, like, Chwalinska's not moving quite as well as she would want. And obviously she has the skill to be able to construct the points as well without moving too much. But Sawangkaew will be doing well to move her around a bit here, maybe a bit more laterally. And it's advantage now for the tie player. She returns down the middle, deep return. But is she going to be able to hold up here? And that's a good forehand winner from Sawangkaew. She breaks back. It is now 4-5 in this second set. And well, still no guarantee, of course, that Sawangkaew will hold on here. It's been so difficult for her, but chance now, perhaps, to come back into this match with Chwalinska. Well, doubts about her physical fitness there now. It's just over an hour now in this second set, 61 minutes. And what's happening elsewhere? Well, it has finished, by the way. Shintaro Mochizuki, 6-3, 6-love, double bagel. That has got to feel bad for Max Basing, but, you know, it's a learning experience for him, I suppose, his first Wimbledon main draw, I think. But yeah, I mean, that's quite a scoreline there, and perhaps, and then you've got Rafael Hadar, who's also won in 6 straight sets there against a Brit, 6-3, 6-3, 7-5. Let's have a look then again at this match. By the way, WTA website, it would be good if you could put a photo of Mananchaya Sawangkaew. This is her second slam main draw. She probably deserves a photo on the website. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I think if you're playing in a Grand Slam event, you'd probably deserve to get your own photo on the WTA website. Is that a fair to say? I think so. Well, this is difficult now. And it's looking like she's going to come out on top in these rallies now, Sawangkaew. Another long rally, though, but it's the forehand into the net by Sawangkaew. Yeah, you might be right about Maja Chwalinska not having the photo before, but I'm not entirely sure when her photo came up. Oh, she races there. Oh, but then Chwalinska does race as well, and she finishes off with a forehand winner. So maybe her ankle isn't too bad after all. That was a good get there from Sawangkaew, but an even nicer get from the Polish player. And it's 15:30, and crucial moments here. 2 points from the match, the Polish player. But Sawangkaew, we wanted to do something about that. The first serve is out, though, and second serve now for Sawangkaew. She slices it in. It's chipped back. Oh. Living dangerously, Sawangkaew. Oh, but that lob, wow, just goes long from Chwalinska. And it's 30 all. It's always so tricky because you just, you know, for Sawangkaew, it always just looks like she's won the point, and she did win the point that time, but the ball just keeps coming back. That just went long there from Chwalinska, but it's so tricky to play her because sometimes it looks like you've won the point, but then you haven't. Oh, and it just goes wide this time, the lob from Chwalinska. She's going to be disappointed by that. And it's 30-40. And that's a good point there about, you know, commenter about the adrenaline of the pain, getting over the pain. Of course, she might have had a painkiller, been given a painkiller. We don't know how the extent of what happened there. I didn't see, but yeah, it's just a shame as well. I mean, early on in Wimbledon on the grass season, well, that's a double fault there from Sawangkaew, so she's creating her own trouble here. It's juice. And she can't believe that. Well, consistent forehands cross there from Sawangkaew, draws the error from Chwalinska. And she kind of slumps down there. Obviously, this I think this leg issue is affecting her, but whether or not is it going to change the outcome of the game? She seems to be doing okay. And Sawangkaew is really struggling to stay in these points here, but she's managing to do it. Oh, it's a good drop shot. Oh, in the end, a lovely lob. What a point from both players. But then it was a drop shot and lob combo again, doing the work for Chwalinska. It was a nice drop shot initially from Sawangkaew, but she races to get there with a follow-up drop shot from Chwalinska. But then Chwalinska with a lob, just beautifully executed. We've seen it several times. It must be so frustrating to get lobbed like that when you almost know it's coming each time, but still juice here. Exciting moments. First serve lands in, chipped back though by the Polish player. Oh, that forehand just landing inside the baseline. The winner from Sawangkaew, so advantage to the Thai player, and she pumps her fist. And things are looking a bit more confident from her point of view right now. Definitely fewer errors off her racket in this latter stage of this second set. And how is this going to go? First serve lands in. It's chipped back by Chwalinska. Back up the line there from Sawangkaew. She's hanging in there in these rallies, but she's trying to force the issue. Dragged out wide by the Pole. The Pole tries to drag her out wide again, and it's a backhand into the net by Sawangkaew. So it's juice. And that was good play from Chwalinska, finding some really nice angles with that forehand. And juice here. Either 2 points from the match for Chwalinska or 2 points from a hold for the Thai player. Oh, good forehand there, but it still comes back. And eventually, though, it is finished with a forehand winner on that short ball from Sawangkaew. So advantage again for the Thai player. She's constructing her points a bit better now, though. Can she get over the line here and finally hold and take it to 5-all? Looks like she might be able to do this. Let's see. Good first serve. It is chipped back, though, deep up the middle again. Oh, and she's having to work so hard to stay in this point. Sawangkaew, but is she going to be able to finish it off? Oh, good angle on the backhand side in the end from Sawangkaew, dragging Chwalinska out wide, who cannot do anything with that ball. It's 5-all. Her coach looks fired up, as he should be. And we've got a game on our hands here. 71 minutes on the clock in this second set. 5-all. Yeah, 5-all here. exciting moments here. Being quite the turnaround. Chwalinska was serving for the match at 5-3. Oh. Oh, nice work there, though, from Chwalinska to finish off with a forehand winner. So serving now at 15 love. That's out from the Polish player's second serve. Second serve lands in, returned by the Thai player. We're in a bit of an exchange now. Thai trying to be aggressive, though. Up the line from the pole. And then to the corner by the pole. She's opening up the court well. She's going to hit the drop shot. Sawangkaew gets there, though. It lands in. Is she going to be able to finish with a smash? She does. It's 15 all. And again, Chwalinska shaking at her leg there. Her foot. And of course, Sawangkaew just looking like she's got an extra spring in her step. That first serve is just dragged wide by the Polish player. Second serve now. She does look to be struggling physically. Turned up the middle by the Thai player. Oh, and the forehand long by Chwalinska. It's 15-30 as Chwalinska stretching each time after each point. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, by the way, please hit like and subscribe. 15-30 now. Chwalinska serving. Down the tee. Chipped back by the Thai player, but it just goes long, so it's 30 all. And this is, well, it looked like it could have been a short match at one point. 2 simple sets for the pole, but it's turned out to be way more complicated than that. And serve now, returned up the middle by the Thai player, and that's an error on the forehand side, dragged wide by Chwalinska. And then she, every time she loses a point, she's stretching out there. And it's 30-40. Oh, and the pass there from Sawangkaew. So that means it is 6-5, and she will serve for the second set, the Thai player. What a turnaround. It was actually 5-2, wasn't it? Earlier on. 5-2. It's now 6-5 to the Thai player. 76 minutes gone in the second set. Obviously, we had that match time, medical timeout from Chwalinska. But now it is the Thai player who will serve for the second set. Now, It hasn't been easy for her holding in this match, but so she still has a job to do here. But if we go to a final set, it will perhaps look like, at the moment, you would say the tie player is the one in the ascendancy. And it'll start to be big pressure for Chwalinska, who, of course, is coming off that incredible run to the French Open final. And she started off really well here, but is it perhaps the physical issues from, it's a funny one as well, because I thought initially the fall didn't look that bad. I mean, she wasn't like screaming in agony or anything, but she obviously done something when she slipped. I mean, it's a little bit of an awkward one. Unfortunately, the early on in the grass season, early on in these tournaments, the grass is not quite bedded in. It can be quite slippy, and it's after a few matches, being played, that things are a bit more comfortable for the players. You don't see many, people slipping. First serves in there, but that's a poor return there from Chwalinska, so 15 love. But credit to Sawangkaew though as well, because she's just stuck in there. Her attitude has been good. I mean, it's not been easy. I mean, been real struggle at times with the way Chwalinska just gets the ball back, and that's a good backhand winner there. Up the line from Sawangkaew, 30 love, and perhaps she could have a simple service hold here. It would be ideal for her, obviously. It would have been few and far between. But to get it done, serving for the second set. It lands in. Chip back, though. Oh, dear. I mean, that's the luck on Sawangkaew's side. The forehand hits off the top of the net and lands just the right side for her. And it is 40 love. And this is unfortunate from Chwalinska, but that was a first serve, short, and it's finished off at the net with a winner by Sawangkaew, 7-5. She's taken the second set. And what a turnaround. As I said, it was 5-2 for Chwalinska. And now it's 7-5. 2 hours on the clock, 2 hours and 3 minutes. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, guys. But I hope, and I think Chwalinska is going to leave the court to.
Like she was in a state of shock at one stage by what had occurred. She had one foot in the locker room. Yeah, she had really complete control over this.
Yeah, I mean, Chwalinska has left the court. So she's going to get some treatment. It could be a little while. So I'm going to take a little break. No, let's get that back on. I'm going to take a little break. Hi guys. Hopefully you can hear me. The players are back out. I mean, I've been listening a bit more about what's been going on in this match. I mean, I think it might have been cramps as well that Chwalinska was feeling there. And if that's the case, then it's obviously a bit different from a physical injury if it is just cramps. But anyway, the players are back out, and it's Chwalinska now to serve. And the first serve lands in. Oh, little drop shot there. Lovely drop shot there from Chwalinska. She's still got that in her locker. She's still able to pull that out of her toolbox. And yeah, it's just a case of, I mean, obviously she's got to be shell-shocked being up 6-2, 5-2, and then losing that second set, you know, every game thereafter, 7-5. And no, that's an error though. Cheap error there from Sawangkaew, sending that forehand long. 30 love to the pole. Obviously, early days, early moments of this final set. But now with Sawangkaew, she's come through qualification. All the matches were 3 sets long, and the last 2 matches, she came back from a set down. So she's hoping to do that for the 3rd time in a row. If she was to, you know, to come back and win this match. And she's clearly got bounce back ability. But that was a poor return into the net, and it's 40 love to Chwalinska to start off this 3rd and final set. But it's got to be a bit of a shock for Chwalinska or any Chwalinska fans to see the way this has been turned around. And second serve it will be from Chwalinska into the net. So 40-15 here, still 2 game points for the number 20 seed. Second serve it will be though again. I'll take that banner off. We're back now, aren't we? Second serve. Oh, return into the net by Sawangkaew. That's disappointing. So first game to Chwalinska in this 3rd set, and still her team looks a bit concerned, but good for her to get off, you know, get that game on the board. And let's see what's happening elsewhere briefly, because oh yeah, we've got Wang Xinyu up a set on Elisabetta Cocciaretto. Wang Xinyu, a player who can, of course, do well on the grass courts. There's Yulia Putintseva already down an early break, and potentially a double break against Tatiana Maria. Of course, Tatiana Maria, a tremendous player on the grass courts. And Tommy Paul racing to a straight sets win against Alexandra Muller. And that's the first point, though, of this game and this set for, oh, no, second point for Sawangkaew. Oh, and it's just long there. So it's 15-0. Set lands it, serve lands in. Deep return though. Oh, and that was a poor backhand there, long from Chwalinska. And again, she's sort of stretching out her legs again. I mean, I don't know if it's just, if it is just cramps. I mean, that's what it kind of, it looks like. I mean, cramps is a strange one because obviously it's not been that hot, and strangely, cramps, it's partly a conditioning issue, but also you're more likely to get them if you are nervous. It seems, but it comes from fatigue as well in your muscles. Anyway, it's 30 all here. So, sliced back there from Chwalinska, but then the backhand into the net by Sawangkaew. And it's the backhand up the line there from Sawangkaew. Must have just landed deep there. Thought it might have been going long, but it dipped and landed inside the court, and it's deuce. But early pressure here on Sawangkaew's serve, and of course that was very much a theme of the match. She'd had difficulties. First serve gets in, but it's chipped back. Oh, and a lovely redirected forehand into the corner. Just really nice racket skills from the Polish player, and she has an advantage and a chance to break at the start of this third set. First serve lands in, she chips it back again. That's a nice forehand into the corner. Oh, and she tries to drag the forehand back in behind Chwalinska, but it goes wide, and that's a break for the Polish player. So in spite of her apparent physical struggles, she gets a break early. 17 minutes into the final set. So a 2-game-to-love lead for Chwalinska, but let's see if there's a response from the Thai player. The Thai player, of course, making her Wimbledon debut. And she does get the point here. A decent return, but the forehand into the net by Chwalinska. Yeah, so first serve now from the pole. Lands in. It is returned deep, though, by Sawangkaew. We're in a bit of a rally here. Cross-court exchange. Slice there from Sawangkaew. Nicely placed slice, but it comes back. Now the drop shot there from Chwalinska. Sawangkaew gets there, and Chwalinska's unable to do anything with that. Her ball goes wide, and it's love 30. Sawangkaew, perhaps with a chance to break back immediately. Sawangkaew, of course, all the players all white. Sawangkaew opting to wear a cap, as she usually does. And it's a serve here from Chwalinska. Oh, she tried to go big with that backhand, but it's just long, and it's love 40. Love 40 on the Chwalinska serve. 3 breakpoint chances. And that's way long, that first serve. Second serve now for the pole. And that's a nice, return winner into the corner by Sawangkaew, and Chwalinska struggling to race to that ball. Immediate break back by the Thai player, and perhaps just what she needed. Okay, well, I mean, tennis is crazy. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen, eh? And Sinner, he started his match. I'm thinking back to that match when he was up 2 sets in a break. And then obviously, that was serious physical struggles. But I remember with that match, I went out for a run. You just look at the score. I wasn't even really watching. And you think, well, Sinner's clearly about to win. I come back from my run, and I can't believe that he's just about to lose the fourth set and go into the final set. And then, of course, I could see, he's really physically struggling. But not quite as big a physical struggle for Chwalinska here. She's still able to play some decent tennis here, but clearly she's got some issue. I don't know what's going on. So still on serve though in this second set, by the way. Okay, first point of this Sawangkaew service game, and it finishes with a point for her. And that's an ace this time from Sawangkaew, 30 love. And again, a simple point there, this time with the drop shot. 40 love, and yeah, definitely a concern here for Chwalinska, seemingly not running for balls. But I guess, it's not always easy. I mean, Sawangkaew has just got to stay steady. And yeah, that was an ace there. Well, that was a well-placed serve into the corner of the box, 95 miles an hour. And those have been feud and, hard to come by for the Thai player. But yeah, 2 games all on serve. 2 hours and 25 minutes played in this match. Oh, and that's a forehand cross-court winner there. And Chwalinska not really moving to that. And I think, Sawangkaew almost looking a bit concerned about her opponent here because... But you've always got to... Can't think about that too much. As long as your opponent is playing, you've got to just assume that, they're able to hang in there. And, well, that was a good serve out wide there from Chwalinska. The return going long. So it's 15 all. Well, this has turned out to be quite an entertaining match, eh? So 15 all serve here from Chwalinska. Return deep. Oh, she goes for the drop shot. That was really nicely executed, but amazing wheels. Incredible sprint from Sawangkaew, who gets the ball and finishes it off with a little winner, little dink over the net, and 15-30. I mean, she is really fast, isn't she, Sawangkaew? And she finishes off that nicely. Obviously, she executes those drop shots really well, Chwalinska. But if there's any player that can to sprint to get to them, it's Sawangkaew. That's a real weapon of hers, is her speed around the court. Yeah, and I've heard her talking about that. I mean, I talked to her, Leah and we talked to her in Manila at the 125. And obviously you maybe heard that. Oh, here's Sawangkaew again. She's open court winner. And it's 15-40. And this looks really bad for Chwalinska. It looks like she's unable to physically last here, or she's not able to move as she would like.
Perfectly out here on court 12, first match in a month.
Yeah, and you know, well, is it conditioned because it's the first match in a month for Chwalinska? And it didn't look like it would be a big deal, but now that we've come into the match, is that conditioning? How much work has she done in the lead up? And she goes back in behind her with the winner, the forehand, and it's a break for Sawangkaew. She's up 3-2 in this third and final set. And there's a Thai fan there waving the Thai flag. Well, I mean, just this is crazy. I mean, as I say, tennis can be very crazy, and you know, you think it's going to go one way, and even when you don't have physical issues, you know, things can turn around, and it's such a mental roller coaster. It's almost built into the way the scoring system works. You know, you get the momentum shifts, the pressure points, and it's what makes it such an interesting, you know, game, an interesting sport. Let's have a look at some of the scores elsewhere, though. Obviously, well, we've got Yelena Ostapenko. She's about to win the first set against Harriet Dart. She's serving at 40 love 5-3. Cameron Norrie has taken the first set against Michael Zheng. Michael, the young American player who is quite talented. So that's a good first set there for Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie, of course, has had a good record at Wimbledon, and perhaps he's going to go far. Casper Ruud is about to go down a break against Hubert Hurkacz. Hubert Hurkacz, of course, is a former Wimbledon semi-finalist, though. But the players are back out. Let's get them back on. And that was an easy point there from and it's just I mean, she doesn't look like she's physically able to compete now, Chwalinska. But Sawangkaew's got to hold her own here. Second serve now. Chip return. She comes into the net, but it easily passed. And Chwalinska didn't really make an effort there, and she just looks dejected now. I mean, it's. I don't think she can, you know, obviously shell-shocked about what's happening here, but oh, she didn't even make an effort there. That's an ace out wide. I mean, she is trying to. Oh dear, that was the serve there. And another ace from Sawangkaew, up 4-2. She fist pumps there. And Chwalinska is using the towel on her face. And yeah, full stadium there, court 12. It's a nice little stadium there. But a real struggle now for Chwalinska. Oh, and that's another forehand error. Serve lands in, but the return just long, I think, from Sawangkaew. So a point there for the pole. And that was a quick one for her, and she'd like a few more of those, if at all possible, though it looks unlikely. Serve long. Second serve now. Oh, that was a decently placed return, and Chwalinska can't do anything there. It's 15-30.
Of such a monumental opportunity. They've never played a Grand Slam main draw prior to this season. Player from Thailand.
And yeah, it looks like it's pretty much done here. If we serve lands in, deep return. And that's a forehand into the corner there, well placed, and Chwalinska unable to get there. So 15-40, 2 break point opportunities. And of course, if Sawangkaew does take it here, she will serve for the match. Yeah, well, it was an ace there. Second serve now at 30-40. Oh, and the forehand gone long. So it's 5-2 now to Sawangkaew, and she is 1 game away from taking the match. She will serve for a spot in the second round. Well, what a crazy turnaround here. And Denis Shapovalov, by the way, I just heard, is retired after losing the second set. And Chwalinska thought
So we're going to review the moment when this match changed, and here it was, a point away from the locker room. And that thicker grass at the back of the court, a costly slip for Chwalinska, which even in that first moment, she got up to continue playing, Lou. Yeah. It didn't look like it was as severe as what we have seen. Really, it's impacted movement. She somehow just really
yeah, I mean, I still don't really know.
It really is a tough one because there are 2 players in this match, and there is a woman that kept herself on court when there was a lot going against her. That is Mananchaya Sawangkaew. Oh. Looking to close out the win of her career to date here.
Forehand into the corner. Sawangkaew will finish that off at the net. Yeah, 15 love. Oh, that's a forehand winner up the line there from Sawangkaew. Return into the net there from Chwalinska. So just 2 points from the match for Sawangkaew. Oh, well, opportunity there, but it was this Sawangkaew sending her forehand into the tram lines. She really should have made a winner there, but it's 30-all here. Sawangkaew. Serve lands in, it's chipped back, almost like a drop shot. But Sawangkaew gets there, but sends her forehand long, and it's a break back chance for the Polish player. She has a break back chance, a break point. 30-40. Oh, first serve is long. It's going to be a second serve. Lands in. Oh, but Chwalinska sends her return into the tram lines. That was a chance, but she doesn't take it, and it's now deuce. And that's an serve down the tee. The chip return goes long, so advantage Sawangkaew. She's got the match point.
Mananchaya, Sawangkaew's career.
Serve into the lands in the return into the net, and she wins. Sawangkaew gets her first main draw win at a slam, first of her career in her second slam appearance. She hugs Chwalinska, but Chwalinska did hang in there well. But in the end, it was Sawangkaew did well to come back and hold her own. And she bows to the crowd. It is the win there for Chwalinska. For Sawangkaew against Chwalinska. 2-6, 7-5, 6-2. And that is unfortunate, obviously, that fall, which, at the time didn't look that bad, and she shook it off, but... And then I don't know if cramps came into it as well. I mean, she was taking pickle juice, but nice for Sawangkaew to be able to progress. I mean, yeah, she's got to take it. She still had to get the job done. As long as her opponent is out there. But obviously great disappointment for Chwalinska, who, of course, as 20th seed, was given a wild card so that she could get into this match. And it is Sawangkaew who does progress, and she will face either Alicia Parks or Alicia Dudney of Great Britain. Dudney. And it's going to be a very different matchup if it's Alicia Parks in that second round with the power that she has. Dudney is a wild card from Great Britain, so we'll have to see how that goes. But in the end, it was, stats there for Mananchaya, 48 winners, 52 unforced errors, 23 winners for Chwalinska, 27 unforced errors overall. 104 points to Sawangkaew to 95. So, of course, that was pivotal, that fall, that issue in the second set. But in the end, it is Mananchaya Sawangkaew who gets her first victory at a Grand Slam. So one of the so-called siblings, the Southeast Asian players, is through. It is Sawangkaew. And a credit to her for at least, staying in there and turning it around. It's easier said than done. Yes, her phone was affected. I mean, she was hanging in okay. You felt like at least in that second set, but it was the final set where Chwalinska really couldn't move, and combination of perhaps that little injury and maybe cramps as well coming into it. But it's the Thai player who does make it through, And it's a great win for her in the end. Elsewhere, what else is happening? Let's get the other scores up. We can get those bigger. So, yeah, Sinner and Kishmanovic still on serve in that first set. Cameron Norrie, after taking the first set down a break against Michael Zheng. Hubert Hurkacz has taken the first set against Casper Ruud, the 11th seed. Zhang Shuai is already down a break against Bianca Andreescu. It's still on serve. Putintseva coming back against Tatiana Maria, but now she's about to get broken, perhaps. Love 40. And Wang Xinyu looks about to possibly lose that second set against Elisabetta Cottiaretto. Lerner Tien looked to be racing to a straight six victory, perhaps, but then he lost the third set to Davor, what's his name? Sivacina, Dalibor Sivacina of Czechia. And it's still on serve in that fourth set. Zeynep Sonmez took the first set against Ann Lee, but she's down a break in the second. That would be quite the result if Sonmez was able to get the win against Ann Lee, who's been, doing very well. Obviously got into that seeded spot, number 28. She's been having a good year, quietly rising up. And it looks like Andrei Rublev is up 2-1, but is down a break in that fourth set. So all very interesting. I'll maybe be giving you another live watch along soon, probably for the match between Kwon Soon-woo and Martin Landaluce. Yeah, Martin Landaluce of Spain, who is 20 years of age, very much on the rise, while Kwon Soon-woo is 28 years of age, but he is coming back. He's been in military service, as the Korean men have to do that, and he's still actually in military service, but managed to make it into Wimbledon through the qualies. And yeah, it's potential interesting match, that one. But thanks for watching this on. I will hopefully be bringing you more live watch-alongs of the other women's matches as well, and perhaps some of the other Southeast Asian ladies. Obviously, we've got Janice Chen as well playing tonight. She's going to be playing against Leylah Fernandez, a player who, they faced each other before, Leylah Fernandez and Janice Chen. And Janice Chen won both those matches in straight sets. But this is different circumstances now, because Janice Chen has not been doing so well recently. I think Fernandez has picked up a bit of form relatively to how she was doing at the start of the year, and sort of maybe switched fortunes there. But obviously with Chen having beaten her twice before, maybe the matchup isn't so bad for her. But yeah, and the adjustment for Janice, she's still getting used to grass, I think. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I think we've also obviously got tomorrow Alex Ayala's match against Zarazua. I think she will win that one, but we're trying to give you coverage of that. Wu Yibing will be taking on Novak Djokovic later on center court. I would expect a Djokovic win, but Wu Yibing on his day, very exciting player. I don't think he's adapted so well to grass courts, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. We did get a victory. First Southeast Asian player through at Wimbledon, Mananchaya Sawangkaew, with a bit of fortune, given the physical struggles of her opponent. But she comes back from 2-6, 7-5, 6-2, and she'll move through to the second round of Wimbledon, and through to the second round of a major for the first time. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys again soon.